Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol, Hari
Hari Bol,
Bol, Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Jaya Prabhupada,
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 Prabhupada, Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Jaya Gurudev Prabhupada, Gurudev Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev,
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Gurudev,
Gurudev, Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaracharya Stotra Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Jai,
Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaracharya Stotra Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki.
Jai.
Jai,
Nanda Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda ki.
Jai.
Jai,
Brahmacharya Das Thakur ki.
Jai.
Jai.
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री द्वैधाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की
Jai.
Jai.
गोप प्रेमानंद
Hari Bol,
Hari Bol.
all gods assembled devotees, all gods
Hare
assembled
Krishna,
devotees.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
नरणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव
Narayana
नरोत्तमं
Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottamam
देवीं
Devim
सरस्वतीं
Saraswati Vyasam
जयमुदीरये
Tato Jayamudire
अष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati
Bhagavad
Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati
Bhakti
Nishchate
कृष्णाय
Bhakti
वासुदेवाय
Krishna Vasudevaya
च
Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda
नारायण
Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya
Namo Namo
पङ्कजनाभाय नमः
Pankajanabhaya
Namo
Nama Pankajavaya
राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाय
Pankajanabhaya
करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे
Mande Devaram Devataya Sri Chaitanya
चैतन्येश्वरं
Paramanandama
Krishna. Welcome back to Bhagavad Gita classes after a long break. Reading from the 18th chapter, the perfection of pronunciation, and today's verses 29 to 35. We'll read 29 first. Buddhir bedam dhrideshchaivam gunadastrividam shunu pochyamanamaseshenam pritatvena dhananjaya. Buddhir bedam dhrideshchaivam gunadastrividam shunu pochyamanamaseshenam pritatvena dhananjaya. Buddhir bedam dhrideshchaivam gunadastrividam shunu pochyamanamaseshenam Pridaktvena Dhananjaya. Hare Krishna. Yes. Ranimaji can read the verse.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, ഞാൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷിന്റെ എന്റെ അടുത്ത് പോയില്ല.
I can read the verse. Verse is in Sanskrit. No.
Okay. Verse only.
Verse only.
Hare Krishna. Buddhir-bhedam hrideshchaiva gunatastrivitham shrinu prochyamanam-asheshena prathaktvena dhananjaya.
Hare Krishna. Snigdhamaji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Actually, I'm not having the book. I have from mobile. I will read Prabhuji from the meaning.
But is it Srila Prabhupada's?
Yes, Veda base.
Veda base, then it's okay. Please read.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. बुधेर्वेदं धृतेश्चैव गुणतस्त्रिविधं शृणु प्रोच्यमानमशेषेण पृथक्त्वेन धनञ्जय. Meaning, Buddha of intelligence, Vedam, the distinctions, Dhrita of determination, Cha and Eva, certainly, Gunas Trividham, according to the three modes of material nature, Srinu, here, Prochamanam described, Ashishena in detail, Prithakvena distinctly, Dhananjaya, conqueror of wealth, Arjun. Translation. Here now, O Arjun, of the distinctions of intellect and determination according to the three modes of nature as I describe them in detail. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Some difference. Okay. Text 30. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्याकारे भयाभये बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेति बुद्धिसपार्था सात्विकी. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्याकारे भयाभये बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेति बुद्धिसपार्था सात्विकी. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्याकारे भयाभये बन्धं मोक्षं च या वेति बुद्धिसा पार्था सात्विकी. Ceremony Maji.
Text 30. Hare Krishna. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha karye bhaya bandham moksham cha ya veti buddhi sa partha satviki.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Siddha Maji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. प्रवृत्तिं च निवृत्तिं च कार्ये भयावहे बंधं मोक्षं च जावेति बुद्धि सा पार्थ सात्विकी.
Right. Yes, meanings.
Yes. Pravritim, activities cha, and nivritim, renunciation from action, cha, and karya, proper action, akraya, improper action, bhaya, fear, abhaya, without fear, bandham, what is binding, moksham, what is liberating, cha, and ya, which veti understands, buddhi, intellect, sa, that, partha, son of Pritha, Satviki, in the nature of goodness. Translation. The intellect is said to be in the nature of goodness, O Partha, when it understands what is proper action and improper action, what is duty and non-duty, what is to be feared and what not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating. Hare Krishna.
That is actually Mukundananda Swami only, not this Veda base.
Little bit difference is there.
This is a translation of Mukundananda Swami.
Okay, Prabhuji.
This one. Database you'll find it.
Yes. Now I'll take out Vedabase.
Holy Bhagavad Gita.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You're not getting it?
Yes, Prabhuji. Meaning only translation is there. Meaning is not there.
in Veda base definitely get. What you can do is just type the slogan Veda base and type that this one also.
Yes, yes, Prabhuji, yes.
Find Veda
In
base.
that case, yes, yes. Okay, Prabhuji. Yes, I got. Yes, I got it, Prabhuji.
Read it then.
Yes.
Read it.
Yes. 30. Prabhuji, 30.
Yeah.
Yes. Prabhritim, doing, cha, also, nibritim, not doing, cha, and karya, what ought to be done,
No, what is it? No. Again, you already Mudananda Swami only. I'll read it. Pravartim, deserving, cha, also, nivritim, not deserving, karya, work, akarya, reaction, kaya, fearful, abhaya, fearlessness, bandham, obligation, moksham, cha, and liberation, ya, that which veti knows, buddhi, understanding, sa, that, partha, son of Prudha, Satvigi, in the mode of goodness. O son of Prudha, that understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, that understanding is based in the modes of goodness. What is the confusion all about? Again, still you
Yes,
are
it is Vedabase only.
Yeah. See, you go to Google, type Veda base, and then type the sloga. Then will definitely
Yes,
come.
yes. Yes.
It will come.
Okay. 31. Yaya dharma dharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha yathavat prajanadi buddhisapartha rajasi. Yaya dharma dharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha ayathavat prajanadi buddhisapartha rajasi. Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha ayathavat prajanadi buddhisapartha rajasi. Ramani Maji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Text 31. Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam chagaryameva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhi sa partharajasi. Hare Krishna.
Siddhamaji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jaya dharmam adharmam cha karyameva cha ajathavat prajanati buddhi sa partha rajasi.
Ramani Maji, you got
Me.
that in Google?
Yes, yes,
I got
Prabhuji.
Google.
Yeah, you can read that. Then she is telling
എനിക്ക് ഇത് കിട്ടുന്നില്ല കുറച്ചേരം മുമ്പ് കിട്ടി വേദാബേസ് 1731
not 1731, 1831.
1831 Hare Krishna.
When you do
Synonyms.
that, after this, there'll be next. You can type next, then automatically next one comes. Okay, read.
Yaya, by which dharma, the principle of a religion, adharmam, irreligion, cha, and karyam, what ought to be done, cha, also, akaryam, what ought not to be done, eva, certainly, cha, also, ayathavat, imperfectly, prajananti, knows, Buddhi, intelligence. Sa, that. Partha, O son of Partha. Rajasi, in the mode of passion. Translation. O son of Partha, that understanding which cannot distinguish between religion and irreligion, between action that should be done and the action that should not be done, is in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Verse 32. Adharmam dharmamidi ya manyade tamasavardam sarvadhan viparidamscha buddhisapartha tamasi. Sarvarthan viparidamscha buddhisapartha tamasi. Adharmam dharmamidi ya manyade tamasavardam sarvarthan viparidamscha buddhisapartha tamasi. Adharmam dharmamidi manyade tamasavardam sarvarthan viparidamscha buddhisapartha tamasi. Yes, Snigdhamaji.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Adharmam dharmamiti ja manyate tamasavrita sarvathan viparitangscha buddhihi sa partha tamasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ramnimaji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Adharmam dharmam idiya manyadeta tamasavruda sarvarthan viparidamscha buddhis sa partha tamasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can read the meaning also.
Okay. Synonyms. Adharmam, irreligion. Dharmam, religion. Iti, thus. Ya, which. Manyade, things. Tamasa, by illusion. Avrada, covered. Sarvarthan, all things. Viparidan, in the wrong direction. Cha, also. Buddhihi, intelligence. Sa, that. Partha, son of Partha. Tamasi, in the mode of ignorance. Translation. Hare Krishna. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. That understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and a religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction, O Partha, is in the mode of ignorance. Purport to Aikinam.
33. Dhrityaya dharayade manaprana kriyaha yogena avyabhijarinya dhrivisapartha satviki. Dhrityaya dharayade manaprana kriyaha yogena avyabhijarinya dhrivisapartha satviki. Dhrityaya dharayade manaprana kriyaha Yogena avyabhijarinya dhrivisapartha satviki. Ramanimaji.
Hare Krishna. Dhrityaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha yogena avyabhijarinya dhrivisapartha satviki. Hare Krishna.
Ramanimaji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dhrutyaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriya yogena vyabhacharinya dhruti sa partha satvaki. Synonym. Dhrutya, determination. Yaya, by which. Dharayat, one sustains. Manaha, of the mind. Prana, life. Indriya, and senses. Kriyaha, the activities. Yogena, by yoga practice. Avyavicharina, without any break. Dhritihi, determination. Chat, Partha, O son of Pritha, Satvaki, in the mode of goodness. Translation. O son of Pritha, that determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of the mind, life, and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness. Hare Krishna.
34. Yaya tu dharmarthagaman vritya dharayade arjuna prasangena balankakshi sapartha rajasi. Yaya tu dharmagamathan vritya dharayade arjuna प्रसंगेन भलाकांक्षी हृदि सपार्था राजसी या तो धर्मकामार्थान् धृत्या धारयते अर्जुन प्रसंगेन भलाकांक्षी हृदि सपार्था राजसी यस सिद्धमाजी
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय यया तु धर्म कामार्थान् धृत्या धारयतेऽर्जुन प्रसंगेन फलं कांक्षी धृतिः स पार्थ राजसी। हरे कृष्ण।
रमणीमाजी
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Next part, 34. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena phalakankshi dhriti sa partha rajasi.
Okay, can read that meaning also.
Synonyms: yaya, by which; tu, but; dharma, religiosity; kama, sense gratification; arthan, and economic development; kritya, by determination; dharayate, one sustains; Arjuna, O Arjuna; prasangena, because of attachment; phalakankshini, desiring fruitive results; dhritihi, determination; sa, that; partha, son of Pritha; rajasi, in the mode of passion. Translation: Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki jai. But that determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of the nature of passion, O Arjuna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 35. Yaya swapnam bhayam shogam vishadam madameva cha na vimunchati durmedha dhriti sapartha tamasi. Yaya swapnam bhayam shogam vishadam madameva cha na vimunchati durmedha dhriti sapartha tamasi. Yes, Rmanimaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Text 35. Yaya swapnam bhayam shokam vishadam madameva cha na vimunchati durmedha dhriti sa partha tamasi.
Hare Krishna. Right.
Hare
Siddham.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मादमेव च न विमुचन्ति दुर्मेधा धृतिः सा पार्थ तामसी। Synonyms: Jaya, by which; Swapnam, dreaming; Bhayam, fearfulness; Sokam, lamentation; Vishradam, moroseness; Madam, illusion; Eva, certainly; Sha, also; Na, never; Vimushyati, one gives up; Durmedha, unintelligent; Dhriti, determination; Sha, that; Partha, O son of Pritha; Tamasi, in the mode of ignorance. Translation: Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. And that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, morosenses, sense, and illusion, such unintelligent determination, O son of Pritha, is in the mode of darkness. Hare Krishna.
ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति दान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता शिवशादान्विदांसान्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृषभानुसुते देवी नमामि प्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यः सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय श्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Hare Buddhir-bedam Dudashchaiva Gunadaha Stridam Suno Rochamanamasheshena Pradakvena Dhananjaya. Now, O winner of wealth, please listen as I tell you in detail of three kinds of understanding and determination according to three modes of nature. Correct. So, the name of the chapter, Srila Prabhupada has correctly put as perfection of pronunciation. Baldev Vidyabhushan has put as moksha kanta. Different authorities, acharyas, are given chapter names differently, except in the 9th chapter. 9th chapter, everyone has given as Rajavidya, or the most confidential knowledge. Now, Srila Prabhupada says perfection of pronunciation. Perfection of pronunciation means whether sannyasa or tyaga. The chapter itself starts with discussion on tyaga and sannyasa. Which one, are they different or are they same? That was Arjuna's question. So, 17 verses, 18 verses, Krishna is discussing. We can say up to 14 verses, Krishna is discussing what is tyaga and what is renunciation. Ultimately, both tyaga and renunciation have the same meaning. Tyaga actually, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna very clearly says that you cannot give up dana, tava, and yajna because they are purifying even the most purified persons. Verse number, I think, 4 or 5. 5. Yajnadana tapakarma nyatyajam karyamevatat yajnodanam tavascheva pavanani manishina. Purify even the great souls. Sacrifice, charity, and penance purify even the great souls. So they should not be given up. When you are given up on a mode of ignorance, on mode of ignorance means no understanding. In mode of passion means they're unable to sustain the hardships that will naturally occur when you are doing tava. So people in Rajoguna, although they have understanding of Shastra, because of hardships prevalent along with taba, dana, and yajna, they don't do it. So their renunciation or giving actually is not renunciation, it's giving up the duties near the karma, giving up the duties near the karma pertaining to each varna and ashrama, either due to ignorance, in the case of people in ignorance, tamogun, or due to inability to carry out these duties and responsibilities, although they understand the same, with reference to people in the Rajogun. Only people in Satogun, they understand things perfectly, what is given in Shastra, and they follow it meticulously. So having established what is actually renunciation, Krishna then speaks about the constituents of action, the 5 actions, 5 constituents of action. And then he speaks about what inspires action and how action is executed in verse number 18. What inspires action is, of course, knowledge. Without knowledge, you cannot undertake any action, whether it be yajnas like Yajamana, whatever it is, and so many yajnas are mentioned in Vedas, or conducting a war. First of all, you should have knowledge of what is the benefit of doing this. Whatever action, whatever yajna, whatever action that you are going to undertake or going to take, the first understanding is that the first step is that you should know what is benefit. Everyone can basically based on benefit only. What is the benefit that you are getting out of it? Srila Prabhupada always say that what is the benefit? You may use many other words, but actually the benefit, because benefit is what we are all interested in. Both the material oriented people as well as spiritually oriented people also interested in benefit. What is the return in it? We may be surprised why spiritually people also are interested in benefits. Yes. Bhagavatam clearly says, Nate vidu swartha gadim hi Vishnu. So even Krishna conscious people, definitely they should have swartha. Swartha means what is beneficial to oneself. And what is beneficial to oneself is really Krishna only. Attaining Krishna or attaining service to Krishna prema, as we will say, is a real goal of life. And that is a benefit. In case of materially oriented people, the benefits are sense gratification, material accumulation of wealth in possessions. So everything pertaining to benefit. So when you are going to undertake a karma, you should understand what is the benefit involved in this. That is a part of knowledge. Then the process of doing it, how to conduct a war, how to conduct a yajna, that is also part of knowledge. And the knowledge of person and the knower of this. So jnanam, jnayam, parijnada, that is inspiration for karma, and execution. Karyakarta, karyakarma karta. Based on this, Krishna goes on gives the details of divisions as per the three gunas. So in from verse number 20 onwards, you'll see jnanam in the mode of sattvana, rajogun, and tamogun, karma in the three gunas, and then karta. Up to verse 28, you will find this. Then from 29th verse onwards, Krishna speaks about buddhi and determination, intelligence and determination. Intelligence is that discerning knowledge. Knowledge is knowledge of many things are there. Suppose in Bhagavad Gita, we are giving knowledge of what? Body and self. Now, what should be really understood and what should be rejected, what should be accepted and what should be rejected is based on the discerning intelligence. Discerning knowledge is called intelligence. Knowledge is by which something is known. Now, second chapter describes clearly what is body and what is soul. Now, intelligence is using the discrimination. We should know what one should accept and one should reject. So that is intelligence. That is called buddhi. And determination is whatever be that inner strength which can prevail or whatever obstacles and hardships that may be there when you are trying to attain the goal of self-realization or Krishna realization. There may be so many hardships, so many obstacles, so many problems, troubles, But only the inner strength, which is called determination, can see you through all these obstacles. So that is Dhriti. So Krishna now says, I'm going to speak about completely about intelligence, this is a discerning knowledge, and determination. Knowledge or buddhi is pertaining to knowledge, and determination is pertaining to the execution of work. Here, Krishna is addressing Arjuna as Dhananjaya. Dhananjaya, as we know, one who has accumulated wealth. One who has accumulated wealth on behalf of Yudhishthira, who had undertaken the Digvijaya Yajna, Ashwamedha Yajnas. On behalf of Yudhishthira, Arjuna collected so much wealth. He also collected wisdom also. So that is why he is called Dhananjaya. Because this knowledge, this karma, and this determination is pertaining to different ashramas and different stages of life. Ashrama is different stages. Brahmacharya ashrama, grihasthashrama, vanaprastha, and sannyasa are different stages in your life. So, in case of grihasthashrama, niyata karma and naimitya karma, one has to execute. And Ramanujacharya says that when you are in the Varnashrama system, you should act according to that system. So when you are grihasthashrami, you have to undertake some yajnas, naimitya, nitya karma, and whatever that is accruing, naturally the results of his yajna, one is bound to take. Of course, the real Krishna conscious person, although he may be undertaking all these kinds of work, he is not affected. He is not affected by these results of his work, because his concentration, his focus is only on Krishna, pleasing Krishna only. But being a grihastha, Arjuna being a grihastha, Janaka Maharaj being a grihastha, just to teach others how to live in the grihasthashrama, how to work within the framework of this varnashrama, we have to undertake certain nitya karmas and naimitya karmas. So based on that, Krishna is explaining what is knowledge in respect of Sattvaguna, which is explained verse 30. Pravartim cha nivritim cha karyakare bhaya bhaye bandham moksham cha yaveti buddhi sapartha sattvihi. Now the persons in the Sattvaguna is always focused on Shastras only. What is given in Shastras, they meticulously follow. What is ordained in Shastras, you have to execute. What are the do's and don'ts, Vidhi and Nisheda, given in Vedas? That which is given in Vedas, that one ought to do, you will do it. What one ought not do, one will not do it. So, pravartim nivritim means proper action. Or you can also action and inaction also. Shankaracharya translates in this way. Pravartim, action, nivritim, inaction. Pravartim means binding, inaction means liberating. So, Shankaracharya is always, the Vedantis always consider all actions to be binding. But Vaishnavas, as per Bhagavad Gita, follow as it is, understands that pravritti and nivritti means what is proper action, what is not proper action. Proper action is pertaining to the particular varna and the article of ashrama that one is stationed. The proper action for a kshatriya situated in grihasthashrama may not be the proper action of a person situated in sannyasashrama, a brahmana. The understanding is that one should always act within his varnashrama system. Then bhaya and abhaya. Bhaya and abhaya means fearful, the fear of doing something which is prohibited in Vedas. Srimad Bhagavatam, we know this four regulative principles. Parikshit Maharaj, when he is meeting the Kali, and Kali is requesting some place for him to live, and Parikshit Maharaj allots him 4 places. Which are the 4 places allotted by Parikshit Maharaj to Kali?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
It is the Dyuta Krida एक place is there, Madhyapana, then Stree Sang.
Yes.
ये 4 principles जो regulative principles हमारा है.
These are
Insa.
regulative. Yudam Banam. Yudam means gambling. Panam means meat eating, illicit liquor, drink liquor. Then association, illicit association with women or opposite sex.
Then gold.
And brothel,
Insa. Non-violence.
Slaughterhouse means where animals are killed. So this is the Vedic injunctions, and like that, so many Nisha we find in Vedas. And a sensitive person will be always fearful of doing any action which is prohibited in Vedas, because he knows that will be binding. That will have fearful and very bad karmic reactions. And at the same time, there are some do's also, vidhi, and always act as per vidhi only. So bhaya means fearful of doing what is prohibited, and fearlessness means doing what is mentioned in Vedas, come whatever it is. Vedas says it is so, then you can do that. Hare Kare Bhaya, Bandham Moksham. Bandham Moksham is a sequence for that. Unless we know we are conditioned, then we will not think about liberation. People who have no idea that we are conditioned, they will not think about liberation. Only people who are having this Jnana Chakshusha or Shastra Chakshusha, who are reading and very interested in reading Shastras, then they will know the present condition, which they know is binding. We are bound by our gunas. So naturally, there will be desire to get out of these gunas, and we'll seek ways and means to get out of this. And Krishna clearly says that Devi Hesha Gunamayi Mamaya Duratya
Mayamedam Tarantite.
Prabhadyante Mayamedam Tarandite. Correct. So when we know that we are bound, then naturally we like to get out of it rather than suffer inside this bound. Suffering is only for persons who are aware of the stage we are in. People who are not bothered about it, they don't have any suffering. Srimad Bhagavatam also mentions this three types of people. The most inferior people, they are least bothered about all those things. So they are happy in their way. Of course, the reactions in the next life, this they always be there. And the topmost people, they are very comfortable. Now they accepted this one and they're very comfortable in this Krishna conscious life. And they are also very happy. The middle level people like us, they are having this problem. Because we have desire, material desires to enjoy. At the same time, we know the drastic effects of that. And we know what is mentioned in Shastras, that we should go in this direction only. And we are struggling in that path. So the struggle is safe for these people. But even then, if you are sticking to Krishna and association of gurus and all that, Vaishnavas, the struggle also becomes a pleasure afterwards. When it comes to Sukha, we mentioned that the initial stages, it will be like poison, but towards the end, it will be like nectar. So, Bandha Moksham. So, this understanding by which we know all these things, Pravritti, Nivritti, Karya, Bhaya, Bhaya, Bandha Moksham, that intelligence in the mode of Satoguna. And then what is the Rajogun? Yaya dharma dharmam cha karyameva cha athada prajanadi buddhi sapartha rajasi. Dharmam adharmam, karyam akaryam. What is religion? What is religion? What is a real action and what is not a proper action? When you have erroneous understanding of this. Now, the people in the Rajoguna, they may have initial interest to read study the Vedas, Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. But as we proceed further, deeper and deeper, sometimes they struggle to understand this, the intrinsic meaning of, the deep meaning of the Shastras. And sometimes they say, fit this, lay off all this action. No, we don't need to, I don't want to study anymore further. It's very difficult for me. So initially there'll be a lot of enthusiasm. Yes, we'll study Bhagavad Gita, we'll study Bhagavatam, we'll study all the Shastras. But as you advance, the initial enthusiasm evaporates. And then you don't have the full understanding of what is mentioned Vedas and what is mentioned Bhagavad Gita. Then you have erroneous understanding also, because you are associating with people of that kind only. Your association is not at the same time. So there is no proper understanding, or there's a mistaken understanding of, that is a Acharyas use erroneous understanding. Error is in the understanding of the Shastras. Then he will not be knowing what is proper action and what is improper action. That kind of intelligence is the mode of Rajogun. And Tamogun, exactly the opposite. Adharmam dharmam idiya manyate tamasa vrda sarvarthan viparidamscha buddhi sapata tamasi. What is real dharma? Real dharma is given Srimad Bhagavatam, Savipumsam paro dharma yatha bhaktir adokshaje ahaitigi apradihara yayatma supasidati. The real dharma is the supreme dharma, is a worship of Krishna, by which that only the soul will be satisfied, the soul will be happy. And how should that worship be carried out? Ahaitigi apradihara, without any cause, causeless worship, and ceaseless apradihara, never ending, never stopping. So causeless and ceaseless should be our worship of Krishna. That means we should not worship or serve Krishna with any ulterior motive. Seeking something from Krishna, some material pleasures or material gains should not be there. And should not stop at any time. Or something happened, I couldn't attend that Sunday class, or some lady came up and then this happened, that thing happened, I had to go to that place, I go to this place. So many things will happen. But apradhyada means one will not be stopped by this. Whatever that comes in the way of devotion service. So that is the real dharma. But the person in tamoguna, exactly the opposite. That person is like Duryodhana, who is very envious of Krishna. So people in tamoguna are basically very, very envious. So they always think the opposite only. Viparita means the wrong direction. So whether it is pertaining to jnana, karma, buddhi, determination, whatever it is, even sukha, the outlook of a person in tamogun is always opposite to what? Opposite to what is mentioned in Vedas, what is mentioned in scriptures. Opposite means opposite to what is given in Vedas. So that is intelligence in the mode of ignorance. And I explained that Krishna now is explaining what is determination. Dhutya yadhare de mana pranendriya kriyaha yogena avyabhijarinya dhri sapartha satviki yogena avyabhijarini. Yogena avyabhijarini means without any deviation. Yoga means worship of Lord. Ramanacharya very clearly says that yoga means worship of Lord. There is no other yoga. Worship of Krishna is yoga, bhakti yoga. And that bhakti should be avyabhichara. Mam tu avyabhicharena bhaktya. So many verses you will find avyabhichari. In 13 verses, in verse number 13, sorry, chapter number 13, in that jnana session, you will find this avyabhichari. Nityam cha samajitotvam ishtanishtam upadeshisho mayi cha ananya yogena bhaktir avyabhicharini. Avyabhichari means without deviation. Vyabhichara means always deviate. Avyabhichara means never deviate. Again, when you come to 27, in 26, Mam toyo avyabhijarena bhakti yogena sevate. So that worship of God without any deviation, when you are engaging all your prana, the mind and senses exclusively for this, that is a determination. You will never deviate. You will never allow your senses, mind or prana as to deviate to any other subject other than Krishna, deviate to any other process other than bhakti. That determination is the mode of Satyabhama. So whatever obstacles that come in that between, in between, can be very easily overcome by persons who is totally focused on this. And then what is the determination? Determination, everybody is having determination. Now, the Rajogun people are saying, Yayatu dharma kamarthan. Dharma kama artha vritya dhare de Arjuna. Prasangyena balangamshi dirisa partha rajasi. So the Purusharthas, three Purusharthas are only pertaining, Rajasi people are only interested in the three aspects. Dharma, Artha and Kama only. They are not interested in the fourth Artha, Moksha. So that is why most people are in the mode of Rajogun only. So Narada says when Vedavyasa laid more emphasis on these Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, people who are by millions of births conditioned to sense gratification, they will never go beyond these three. They will not go to the fourth Artha. And they will always say that, yes, Vedavyasa has mentioned this Dharma, Artha, Kama. Yes, you can have sense gratification. We can have economic development also. That is mentioned in Vedas. So what's stopping us to enjoy this? Because we are always interested in seeking pleasure, and our interest in seeking pleasure is gratifying our senses, which is now completely material. That's why Nada told him, Jugupsidam dharma kride anshasadaha swabhava rektasya mahan vidikrama. Yed vakyado dharma ididaratsido na manyade tasya nivaranam janaha. Risa, Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, 5th chapter, verse 15. The people in general are naturally inclined to enjoy. The natural inclination is always for enjoyment. Jugupsam, dharmakade, and shasadaha. And you have encouraged them in the name of religion. In the name of religion, you have encouraged them. And this is Jugupsidam. This is very contempt. And Vidikrama. Vidikrama means unreasonable. And since you have encouraged them, they will never be inclined to care for the prohibitions. Vedas actually also mentions some prohibitions also, like if you want to have a meat eating, people are interested in meeting, and there are very specific regulations are there how we can eat meat. That is mentioned 11 can. Drinking also, soma, that is also there once in a year. In a sadha, some ceremonies there. On that occasion only you can drink. All these things are mentioned, but people are least interested in prohibitions. So people in Rajoguna, they are very much determined. You all can find lots of politicians, lot of actors, lot of businessmen. They are very determined in achieving the ends, but their determination achieving the ends is exclusively limited to sense gratification. We have the famous king called Robert Bruce, who tried to win a kingdom. He failed 8 times, and the 9th attempt only he could win this. And there's a story how he watched a spider making a web, and so many times the spider failed to make a web, and ultimately in the 9th attempt, the spider could make a web. And gaining knowledge from these efforts of this spider, Robert Bruce, the king, he also made several attempts and finally he made it. So the people in Rajoguna are also very determined, but their determination is only to sense and dharma, artha, kama, not beyond that. And worse is the situation of people in Tamogun. Yaya swapnam bhayam shogam vishadam bhayamevacha na vimunjadi durmedha dirdi sapartha tamase. Na vimunjadi durmedha. Durmedha means what is durmedha? Durmedha means unintelligence, or people with bad intelligence, or people with what do you call adamant people. Durmedha. Medha means intelligence. Durmedha means bad intelligence. These people are very adamant people. They will never give up. Na vimunchadi. Drinking habits, even sadhus also. One brahmachari was here, he's still here now. He was mentioned when we visited Himalaya. He could really see what Srila Prabhupada mentioned about Shiva yogis. They are smoking ganja, and they said it's Shiva Prasadam. This is called Shiva Prasadam. And totally material people, they hell bent on enjoying in whichever way they can enjoy. No consideration of moral values, ethical values, legal, illegal. It's not binding on them. Or bhayam, shogam, vishadam. Something bad happens in your life. That person will always think about that only. Not caring for the ruin that will create in our consciousness. We think only about that only. But it will never give up. Or somebody has given some injustice, some harm has been inflicted on you by some person. You will entertain the animosity to other person till your life, till your death. All your lifetime will do this. So those things which increase laziness, swapna means sleeping for many, many hours, bhayam, fear. Some people have phobia, great fear of heights. So many phobias are there. Then shogam, sorrows, vishadam, depression. Those things which actions which increase these abominable qualities, the people in Tamogun, that is a determination of people in Tamogun. They will never give up. So you can see, Krishna is very nicely explaining what is buddhi and what is determination in respect of people situated in different gunas. So idea is that Satoguna people always stick to shastras meticulously. Rajogun people are always interested in sense gratification, and Tamogun people are always doing the opposite. So next verses, what is sukha in different modes will be discussed. So that will end the second leg of this chapter, the yogic ladder. From 40th onwards, we'll find Nishkama Karma, then Jnana, then Bhakti. So this chapter is quite long, 48. And next class, we will cover the next 5 verses up to 40. And then they will have our pentathlon based on the first 40 verses. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Any clarification? Any doubts? Yeah, right. Snigdhamaji, you can render.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलाददायिने हिरण्याकाशीपुर्वक्षः हिरण्याकाशीपुर्वक्षः शिलटङ्कानखालयि इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो बहिर्नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह नरसिंहमादि शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलबरे नखाम् अद्भुतशृङ्गं दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवधृत नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंह जय नरहरि जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह नरसिंह जय प्रह्लाद नरसिंह जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणभद्रं मृत्युमृत्यु नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युमृत्यु नमाम्यहम् ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्युमृत्यु नमाम्यहम् श्री नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग श्री नरसिंह जय श्री नरसिंह प्रह्लादेश जय पद्ममुख पद्मभृंग सर्व विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह भगवान की
जय
जय।
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च
कृपा सिंधु भय बच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः
नंदगुडी वैष्णव
Yeah,
जय